Azwa, I'm in so much pain, she whispered softly, like a lost little girl who'd forgotten the way home. In the past, whenever she cried out in pain, her Azwa would come to her no matter how far away he was, comforting her endlessly. But now, as she cried out in pain, what was her Azwa doing? Tang Su curled into a pitiful ball. Stiffly, she turned her head and saw her phone screen still showing an active call. She didn't want Lin Yanyan to hear her helpless cries of pain. Even if she died from misery, she refused to show her most desperate self to Lin Yanyan. Her trembling hand reached to end the call, when suddenly, a sound came from the other end. It was Lin Yanyan, unintentionally letting out an inappropriate moan. Her heart shattered. He was embracing another woman, lost in passion. Tang Su could no longer hold back. Tears fell heavily onto the phone screen. She kept telling herself in her heart, "Tang Su, don't be so weak." Yet her tears wouldn't stop. Jing Mo coldly stared at the blood-soaked, disheveled woman on the ground. He thought punishing her and avenging Fong Tang would bring him immense satisfaction. But strangely, seeing her helpless on the floor, watching her cry and laugh uncontrollably, a dull, numbing pain shot through his chest. Afraid that if he stayed any longer, he might do something irrational, Jing Mo didn't dare linger another second. He turned and left swiftly. "Miss Fong, what should we do with the severed finger?" "Susu, where are your fingers?" Fong Tang didn't speak immediately. Her gaze slowly swept across Tang Su's face, and her once sweet, adorable expression gradually twisted into something venomous and cruel. In this world, sometimes love and hate arrive so inexplicably. Just like how she hated Tang Su. In truth, Tang Su had never done anything to hurt her. On the contrary, she'd even helped her before, but still, Fong Tang hated her. As a child, she resented Tang Su for her breathtakingly beautiful face that captivated everyone. Now, she hated Tang Su for being the real Tang Tang, who haunted Jing Mo's dreams. "Nian Nian said," Fong Tang drawled, her voice, usually soft and sweet, now sounding especially chilling. "Take her severed finger and feed it to the dogs." Fong Tang's subordinate involuntarily shivered but respectfully replied, "Yes, Miss Fong." As for this woman, Fong Tang looked at Tang Su with disgust and jealousy. "Throw her back where she came from." Thanks to Fong Tang's words, Tang Su was tossed back into the small apartment in Lu Lane. The only difference from when she left was that she had been taken away clean, but now, she lay on the living room floor covered in blood. Perhaps even Fong Tang's men didn't want to escalate things too much, because they'd given Tang Su's wounds a basic dressing and wrapped them with bandages. But Tang Su hadn't felt any of it. The pain in her stomach, combined with the agony from her injuries, had far exceeded what she could endure. After being dragged out of the dungeon, she'd fainted from the pain. She woke up the next morning. If not for the relentless, hysterical pain shooting from her severed finger, she might have believed last night had all been a nightmare. She couldn't bear to think about it. Jing Mo, the man who had promised to protect her and never let her be harmed again, had personally ordered someone to cut off her finger. Her phone hadn't been thrown away. Clutching it tightly in her right hand, she briefly considered calling the police. But the Jing family's influence in Haiqing was immense, and backed by Lin Yanyan's powerful Lin family, even if she reported it, nothing would change. Living was incredibly, unbearably exhausting. Her body ached, and her heart ached even more. Living was incredibly, unbearably exhausting. Her body ached, and her heart ached even more. Yet she still tried her best to survive a few more days. Every extra day she lived meant one more chance to raise money for Xiaoshen's surgery. Just as she finished cooking herself a bowl of millet porridge, the doorbell rang urgently. Terrified that it might be Jing Mo's men coming after her again, Tang Su flinched, only to find her best friend, Qin Mayan, standing at the doorway. Qin Mayan's delicate face was caked with thick foundation, but it couldn't hide the obvious bruises. Clearly, she'd been beaten again. Not wanting Tang Su to worry, Qin Mayan deliberately turned her face aside the moment she stepped inside, avoiding letting Tang Su see her injuries. "Susu, here's 150,000 yuan. I know it's not enough for Xiaoshen's surgery, but take it for now. I'll keep trying to raise more," Qin Mayan said, shoving a thick envelope into Tang Su's arms. Tang Su clearly noticed the jade bracelet she always wore on her left wrist was missing. "Xiao Yan, where's your bracelet?" Tang Su grabbed Qin Mayan's left hand. "Did you sell it?" Qin Mayan wasn't good at lying. Caught off guard, she didn't know how to respond and instead brushed it off lightly. "I never liked wearing jewelry anyway. That bracelet was useless to me." "You're lying," Tang Su cried out emotionally. She knew better than anyone how much Qin Mayan treasured that bracelet. It was a gift from Bo Qing, her coming-of-age present. Since the day she put it on, she'd never taken it off. It was her most precious possession. How could she just sell it? "Susu, don't get upset," Qin Mayan said anxiously, worried about Tang Su's condition. Seeing her so distressed, she grew nervous. "Susu, that bracelet really doesn't matter to me anymore. I admit I used to love Bo Qing deeply. But he gave me away to someone else. If I kept loving him after that, I'd just be degrading myself. Susu, I don't want to degrade myself anymore. Xiao Yan. Tang Su's heart wrenched with pain. Wanting to comfort her, she found words too shallow and powerless. Instead, she pulled her into a tight embrace. Qin Mayan was the kindest girl in the world. She deserved the greatest love life had to offer. When she was 8, she rescued a little boy from earthquake rubble, Bo Qing. Before parting, he gave her his jade pendant, promising to come back one day on a rainbow cloud to marry her. But later, she lost the pendant, and with it his promise. By fate's twist, orphaned, she was adopted by the Bo family. Yet by then, he already had his beloved, Tang Xiaoxue. A month ago, during his engagement ceremony to Tang Xiaoxue, she was mysteriously framed for sleeping with him. Tang Xiaoxue broke down on the spot, jumped into the sea, and shattered both her legs. He hated Qin Mayan with every fiber of his being, blaming her for Tang Xiaoxue's paralysis. So he married her off to Shen Qi, a mentally twisted paraplegic, condemning her to a living hell. Susu, don't be sad. Honestly, I'm doing fine now. Shen Qi may have a bad temper, but he's not entirely terrible. Susu, our lives will get better and better. So you stay strong too, get better soon. Tang Su remained silent, because she knew she wouldn't get better. Not wanting Qin Mayan to grieve for her, she chose silence instead. Unwilling to dwell on such heavy topics, Tang Su released Qin Mayan and tried to lighten the mood with a lame joke. Before she could even speak, Qin Mayan suddenly grabbed her left hand in panic. Susu, what happened to your hand? The bandaging done by Fong Tang's men had been sloppy. With Qin Mayan holding her hand like this, it was clear her left hand was missing its little finger. Susu, where's your pinky? Tears instantly streamed down Qin Mayan's face. Susu, what happened? Was it Lin Yanyan? I'll kill her. Wiping her tears, Qin Mayan stormed into the kitchen, grabbed a cleaver and rushed toward the door. Qin Mayan was a gentle girl, but she cared deeply for Tang Su. Whenever Tang Su was involved, she could instantly transform from a lamb into a fierce warrior. Seeing Qin Mayan charging out like she was ready to fight to the death, Tang Su quickly yanked her back. Xiao Yan, I'm fine. It's just a small injury. Afraid Qin Mayan might do something reckless, Tang Su hesitated, then finally admitted, it was Zhang Yimou who hurt me, but I don't want to hold on to it anymore. Xiao Yan, I don't have much time left. I don't want to waste it on unimportant things. Don't say you don't have time. Qin Mayan sobbed harder. Tang Su, if you talk like that again, I'll cut ties with you. Your hand is injured. We're going to the hospital right now. Before Qin Mayan could drag Tang Su out the door, the phone on the table suddenly began ringing, shrill, urgent, like a death knell. Her body donation papers were still fresh in her mind when she saw the caller ID on Qin Mayan's phone. Her face instantly changed color. Calling her was Shen Qi, her husband in name only, a disabled man she had never truly loved. As she grabbed the phone, Qin Mayan's small hand trembled slightly. Shen Qi, what do you want? You went chasing after some man again, didn't you? You damn slut, get your ass back here now. Shen Qi roared, his voice thick with a sick, twisted rage. Qin Mayan took a deep breath, forcing her voice to stay calm. Shen Qi, can I come back later? I have an emergency. An emergency to cheat on me. Qin Mayan, if you don't get back right now, do you think I won't call Bo Qing and have that old woman killed? An emergency to cheat on me. Qin Mayan, if you don't get back right now, do you think I won't call Bo Qing and have that old woman killed? At the mention of Bo Qing's name, Qin Mayan's heart clenched. Remembering his threats, she whispered, fine. I'll come back right away. After hanging up, Qin Mayan looked at Tang Su with deep guilt. Su, I'm so sorry that I can't go with you to the hospital. But promise me, you'll go yourself and take care of your wound properly. Afraid that speaking more would make her break down in tears, Qin Mayan turned quickly and rushed out the door. Even after the apartment door slammed shut behind her, Tang Su remained frozen, unable to shake off what she just heard. Shen Qi's voice had been so loud that standing right beside Qin Mayan, she couldn't help but hear every word. She knew exactly what awaited Qin Mayan when she returned, another brutal beating, more unbearable humiliation. She didn't want Qin Mayan to go back into the clutches of that mentally twisted demon, but she couldn't say it aloud. She cared deeply for Qin Mayan, yet she also couldn't ignore the life hanging in the balance, Qin Mayan's grandmother. After being adopted by the Bo family, Qin Mayan had learned that her beloved grandmother had survived the earthquake too. Now, Bo Qing had sent the elderly woman overseas under the pretense of medical treatment, but in truth, it was merely to control Qin Mayan. Bo Qing had handed Qin Mayan over to a monster like Shen Qi, simply to torment her for Tang Xiaoshua's sake. If Qin Mayan dared resist, it was her grandmother who would suffer. Once, when Qin Mayan fought back, Shen Qi immediately called Bo Qing. Her grandmother was cut off from her medication for 3 days, left in agonizing pain. After that, Qin Mayan, never dared to rebel again. Tang Su's heart ached for her, aching deep within her soul. But she was powerless. She couldn't save her. Carefully putting away the 150,000 yuan Qin Mayan had given her, Tang Su didn't go to the hospital for her hand. The past few days' hospital bills, plus Xiaoshen's ongoing treatment, had drained all her savings. Every penny now had to be counted. She was already a dying woman. A little injury on her hand, even if infected, would only bring pain, nothing more. Right now, money meant more than her life. Perhaps fate hadn't completely abandoned her. Today, while working a part-time job, Tang Su accidentally overheard something. A private research institute had recently sprung up, specializing in cancer studies. Because they needed bodies, they paid top prices for donated corpses, especially those of cancer patients. It was said that a well-preserved body could earn the family nearly 1,000,000 yuan in compensation. Hearing this, Tang Su was ecstatic. She tracked down the institute, signed a body donation agreement. They agreed to pay her 800,000 yuan, 400,000 up front, and the remaining 400,000 after her death. But Tang Su begged them. She wanted to be there for Xiaoshen's surgery. Moved by her plea, the institute finally agreed to give her 700,000 yuan in advance. Moved by her plea, the institute finally agreed to give her 700,000 yuan in advance. Seeing the extra 700,000 yuan in her bank account, Tang Su couldn't stop smiling. Adding Qin Mayan's 150,000, she now had 850,000 yuan. If she could raise another 150,000 before she died, Xiaoshen could have his operation. She'd heard that selling alcohol at Huanfei Yin Show could earn quite a bit in one night. With generous customers, someone might even make 20,000 or 30,000 in commissions. That kind of luck was rare, though. Most people earned anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand per night. But even that was enough for Tang Su. She dabbed medicinal wine on the stump of her severed left finger, though the wound had already started to fester. She wore a white glove. It didn't look out of place, at least not enough to draw attention. Her interview at Huanfei Yin Show went surprisingly smoothly. The manager took one look at her face and immediately approved her to start work that very night, as if afraid she might disappear. Huanfei Yin Show was one of Haiqing's most upscale clubs. Even the girls who sold drinks wore standardized uniforms. The club followed a soft, nostalgic theme. Tang Su's uniform for the night was a rose-red, gold-embroidered sleeveless cheongsam, clearly expensive. Just looking at it made her feel more confident about earning good money tonight. Soft, emotional music floated through the club, mingling with flickering lights, creating an atmosphere of indulgence and luxury. Haiqing's wealthy elite love coming here, whether for business talks or gatherings. Some might remain perfectly respectable, never requesting any company. Yet they still came, as if this place alone could display their sophistication. Tang Su adjusted her gloves. At first glance, her rose-red cheongsam paired with white gloves did seem a little odd. But in this world, beauty was justice. With her stunning looks, her outfit now carried an air of mysterious, elegant nobility. The manager clearly valued Tang Su. On her first day, she was assigned to the top-floor Diamond VIP lounge. Tang Su felt nervous. She was only here to sell drinks, not to entertain guests. But she'd heard rumors. Some customers particularly enjoyed taking advantage of drink sellers like her. She could only hope tonight's guests would behave themselves and keep their hands to their sides. Tang Su. Just as she reached the top floor, a cold, unpleasant voice sounded behind her. Hearing that voice, one that haunted her nightmares, she shivered involuntarily. Turning around, there he stood at the stairwell, smirking with cruel amusement. Jinghao. Tang Su, it really is you. Long time no see. Jinghao strode forward and roughly grabbed her wrist. Jinghao, let go of me. Memories of him forcing himself on her 4 years ago flooded back. Her body trembled uncontrollably. She would never let that nightmare happen again. Let go! Jinghao laughed, his smirk growing darker and more arrogant. How can we relive the past if I let you go? Tang Su, I've missed you so much. If Grandma hadn't exiled me to Africa for 4 years, you'd have been mine long ago. Tonight, let's not waste the springtime. With that, Jinghao yanked hard, slamming her against the wall beside them. Lin Yanyan, you're making me sick. As Tang Su gasped in pain, Jinghao gave an evil smile. He leaned down, his blood-stained lips pressing hard against hers. Jinghao, get off me. Tang Su felt nauseous. In this world, no one could make her feel as disgusted as Jinghao did, more revolting than venomous snakes or flies. She tried to slap him with all her strength, but he suddenly grabbed her injured left hand, gripping it roughly. Excruciating pain shot from her broken finger, spreading rapidly through every limb and bone. The agony was so intense that she couldn't lift her right hand any longer. Tang Su, how does it feel? Pain with pleasure, doesn't that feel amazing? Jinghao sneered, noticing the fresh blood seeping through her white glove. Satisfied, he twisted his grip tighter, crushing her wrist mercilessly. Get off me! Get away from me! Tang Su's body stiffened in pain. She wanted nothing more than to tear the man before her apart piece by piece, but she didn't even have the strength to struggle. What a delightful scene, Jing Ershao! A cold, indifferent voice cut through the air. Tang Su's fading consciousness snapped back into place. She cursed herself for not checking the calendar today, first running into the demon Jing Hao, now encountering Lu Huizhua. At the sound of Lu Huizhua's voice, Jing Hao lifted his lips from Tang Su's. Casually and lazily, he pulled her into his arms. Lu Sanshao, what a coincidence. Came to Hongfei Yanshou to pick up a girl and got caught red-handed. Huh. He teasingly pinched Tang Su's chin. She tried to pull away, but his grip was too strong. She couldn't escape his hold. With Tang Su's face in his hand, he smirked at Lu Huizhua. I've used this one many times. Not bad at all. Want to give her a try, Lu Sanshao? Huizhua. Lin Yanyan's face hadn't fully healed. Huizhua. Lin Yanyan's face hadn't fully healed. Even under thick makeup, the swelling was still visible. But her features were naturally striking. Despite the bruises, she remained dazzlingly beautiful. Lu Huizhua gently clasped Lin Yanyan's small hand. Yanyan, don't worry. I'm not interested in this woman. I find used things dirty. Huizhua, don't say that about my sister. She has her reasons for being with so many men, Lin Yanyan said softly, playing the role of the gentle, caring woman perfectly. Tang Su covered her mouth. She'd already felt sick facing Jing Hao, but now, seeing Lin Yanyan's hypocritical face, she wanted to vomit even more. Before Tang Su could throw up, Lin Yanyan eagerly stepped forward, grabbing her hand affectionately, as if they were truly close sisters. Sister, I know you don't like me, but I still want to advise you, stop chasing after men and degrading yourself, okay? Ha! Tang Su stared at Lin Yanyan, then burst into a cold, uncontrollable laugh. The mocking smile vanished. Her face turned icy. Lin Yanyan, you really are a perfect paragon of innocence. Pretending to be pure and kind in front of men every day. Don't you ever feel disgusted with yourself? Tang Su abruptly turned her head and dry-heaved violently into the nearby trash can. Lin Yanyan, you don't think you're disgusting, but you've made me sick enough to puke. She showed Lin Yanyan no mercy. Lin Yanyan's expression darkened. Turning to Lu Huizhua, she looked at him timidly. Huizhua, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset sister. She seems to really hate me. You don't think I'm terrible and annoying too, do you? Lu Huizhua pulled her tightly into his arms, his eyes overflowing with adoration. Yanyan, I won't let you talk about yourself like that. To me, you'll always be the purest girl. The purest girl? Tang Su retched even harder. How many times had Lin Yanyan slept with Jing Hao? They probably couldn't even count. Lu Huizhua's eyes must truly be blind. With Lu Huizhua on her side, Lin Yanyan felt triumphant. But seeing that he had no intention of leaving, she grew anxious. She quickly gave Jing Hao a meaningful look. Jing Hao understood immediately. Grinning, he wrapped his arms around Tang Su. Susu, stop throwing up. I haven't gotten you pregnant yet. Why are you vomiting now? Susu, earlier when I called you a prostitute, don't take it seriously. I was just joking with Lu Sanshao. You're so beautiful, I could never let another man have you. Susu, starting tonight, let's work on making a baby. Once you're pregnant again, I'll marry you. Then I'll bring our Shaoshan openly into the Jing family. No more suffering for either of you. Jing Hao, shut your damn mouth. Tang Su was furious enough to rip his foul tongue out. Lu Huizhua had never accepted Xiao Shen as his son. Saying such things in front of him only deepened the misunderstanding between father and son. Sure enough, after hearing Jing Hao's words, Lu Huizhua curled his lips in mockery. He didn't speak, but the scorn in his eyes clearly said, Tang Su, the real father of that bastard child has shown up. You still want to pin that illegitimate brat on me? How shameless can you be? Lu Sanshao, time is precious that you're not planning to watch me and Susu make a baby, are you? Jing Hao kissed Tang Su's cheek. My Susu is so beautiful, I'd never let another man see her like this. Veins bulged on Lu Huizhua's hand as he prepared to smash Jing Hao's lips off Tang Su's face. But Lin Yanyan's small hand tightly gripped his. Azuo, let's not disturb sister and Jing Ershao, okay? My younger brother is waiting for us. At Lin Yanyan's voice, Lu Huizhua's reason returned. His fist slowly unclenched. He gave Tang Su a look of utter disgust and walked away without a backward glance. Tang Su also wanted to leave. She recoiled from Jing Hao's touch and tried to step forward, but Jing Hao yanked her into a private room nearby. Her body slammed hard onto the floor. Already weakened by pain, she now lay utterly limp, like lawn mud. She thought tonight there would be no escape, but just as they entered the room, Jing Hao's phone rang urgently. After answering the call, his expression changed drastically. Without sparing Tang Su another glance, he rushed out like a gust of wind. Tang Su collapsed helplessly on the floor. The pain from her broken finger intensified. Whether from Lin Yanyan's cruelty or something else, Her stomach now burned as if being sliced by countless knives. Curling up, she changed into a clean pair of gloves and swallowed several painkillers. After nearly half an hour, she finally regained a bit of strength. Leaning against the wall, she dragged herself forward, step by painful step, toward the private room the manager had assigned her for the night. When she pushed open the door and saw Lu Huaizhua reclining on the sofa, colder than ice, radiating ruthless menace like a tyrant, she froze instantly in place. Tang Su never expected that the private room she had to serve tonight would be the one occupied by Lu Huaizhua and Lin Yanyan. Lin Yanyan leaned gently against Lu Huaizhua's side. Though he hadn't spoken much to her, nor shown any excessive affection, Tang Su still found the scene unbearably painful to look at. By instinct, she wanted to flee. After quickly closing the door behind her, she suddenly laughed at herself. Why was she acting so sensitive? He didn't have her in his heart or eyes at all. What was she being so emotional for? He bought drinks. She earned money. A fair transaction. Why not enjoy it? Why not enjoy it? Resolved, Tang Su no longer hesitated. She reopened the door to the private room, forced a smile onto her face and walked inside. She tried her best to appear graceful and composed, but her body was truly at its limit. Even after taking several painkillers, her legs trembled uncontrollably as she walked. Lu Huaizhua noticed Tang Su immediately. His gaze locked onto her visibly shaking legs. His cold eyes darkened, inch by inch. The chill radiating from him surged into a violent rage, capable of devouring every soul around. She had eagerly served Jing Hao in the hallway just now. This woman was truly desperate. Her legs were already weak. How intense must it have been? Crack! The wine glass in Lu Huaizhua's hand shattered. Red wine mixed with fresh blood instantly seeped through his fingers. Huaizhua! Seeing Lu Huaizhua injured, Lin Yanyan cried out in Xintung. Huaizhua, bear with it. I'll treat your wound right away. I'm fine. Lu Huaizhua subtly shook off Lin Yanyan's hand and casually hit his injured one behind his back. Lin Yanyan was frantic, but since he refused her help, she didn't dare force it and could only stand there helplessly. Then she turned and saw Tang Su standing at the doorway. Instantly, she understood why Lu Huaizhua had lost control. Her teeth clenched in hatred, yet she still struggled to maintain a gentle, poised expression. Her teeth clenched in hatred, yet she still struggled to maintain a gentle, poised expression. Lu-san, are you trying to hurt yourself to get my sister's attention? Lin Yichen sauntered over to Lu Huaizhua with a lazy grin, grabbed his hand, and examined it. TSK, you really went hard on yourself. Come on, let me pamper you properly, for my sister's sake. Get lost. Lu Huaizhua shoved Lin Yichen's hand away in disgust. Lin Yichen kept his playful smirk, but didn't dare touch him again. Tang Su now took in the entire scene inside the private room. She hadn't expected that tonight the legendary 4 young masters of Haiqing would all gather here. Lu Huaizhua, Bo Qing, Gu Chen, and Lin Yichen. Lu Huaizhua, Bo Qing, and Gu Chen were each colder than the last, their icy demeanors intimidating to all. Only Lin Yichen always wore a bright, sunny smile. His boyish, adorable face stirred maternal instincts in women. Even knowing he was Lin Yanyan's twin brother, Tang Su couldn't help but feel a slight fondness toward him. Tang Su's main task tonight was to open wine bottles, pour drinks, and encourage guests to buy more, so she could earn commission. Trying to minimize her presence, she tiptoed to the coffee table, picked up a bottle of red wine, and prepared to open it. Tang Su had always thought opening wine was incredibly simple. But now, actually doing it, she realized it wasn't so easy, especially since her left hand lacked strength, severely affecting her performance. So she failed before even beginning. The cork didn't budge. The cork didn't budge. Instead, the corkscrew slipped from her hand and clattered onto the table with a sharp sound. The room had been too quiet. This sudden noise instantly drew everyone's attention. Her skills were so poor, embarrassment flooded her. Her delicate, porcelain-like face turned as red as a boiled shrimp. How humiliating! She had wanted to appear cool and collected in front of Lu Huaizhua, but why did she keep making a fool of herself? Lin Yichen had been focused solely on Lin Yanyan and Lu Huaizhua until now. At the sound, he finally noticed Tang Su entering. Seeing Tang Su with her head slightly lowered, her face flushed with shyness, Lin Yichen dropped his lighter with a loud clatter. In that moment, a line of poetry flashed through his mind. That gentle bow of hers, like a water lily trembling in the breeze, he felt perhaps he wouldn't have to remain a lifelong bachelor after all. Sorry, I'll try again, Tang Su said, reaching for the corkscrew. Sorry, I'll try again, Tang Su said, reaching for the corkscrew. But the instant her fingers touched it, a larger hand, slightly calloused, covered hers. At the contact, Lin Yichen froze as if electrified. So overwhelmed by emotion, he forgot to pull his hand back. I'll open it for you. The usually quick-witted, second young master of the Lin family stuttered for a long time before finally forming a complete sentence. Lu Huizuo's face was already dark beyond description. Lu Huizuo's face was already dark beyond description. Seeing Lin Yichen like this, his expression grew even more stormy, filling the room with a tempest. No, thank you. Tang Su quickly withdrew her hand. This time, she successfully opened the bottle. Lin Yichen remained dazed, staring at Tang Su. When Lin Yanyan called his name, he didn't even react. It felt like an eternity passed before he finally turned around dumbly and shoved Guchen beside him. Guda, pinch me hard. Crazy. Guchen gave him a disdainful look, but still pinched his arm fiercely. Ouch. Normally, such pain would make Lin Yichen furious and shouting. But this time, he just grinned like a silly rich kid. It's real. It's not a dream. It's real. It's not a dream. I'm in love. Everyone stared at Lin Yichen as if he were mentally ill. Even Tang Su couldn't resist sneaking a glance. This second young master of the Lin family was cuter than she'd imagined. How could getting pinched lead to falling in love? Did Guchen somehow ignite a spark of romance by pinching him? Were they about to break gender boundaries and fly together as soulmates? Hey! Tang Su suppressed her laughter. Tang Su suppressed her laughter. Life wasn't just suffering. When you looked closely, you could find joy even in hardship. Like how she could still feel lighthearted while standing before Lu Huizuo and Lin Yanyan. Seeing the upward curve of Tang Su's lips, Lu Huizuo's handsome face turned pitch black. Is she really this happy about attracting another man? He wanted to kill someone. Lin Yichen, disappointed by the lack of response to his excitement, felt a bit down and sought more attention. He shoved the ice-cold Lu Huizuo hard. Lu-san, did you hear me? I'm in love. Without waiting for a reply, Lin Yichen excitedly grabbed Tang Su's hand. Little miss, I'm in love. He had fallen head over heels for Tang Su. Falling in love was indeed a joyful thing. Tang Su assumed Lin Yichen would only share his happiness with his friends. She never expected he'd flaunt his joy right in front of her. This was the first time Tang Su faced such a situation, and for a moment, she didn't know how to react. Especially since Lin Yichen was someone who always took an unconventional approach. Tang Su glanced at Lin Yichen, then at Guchen. One was lively and cheerful, the other calm and reserved. Though both were men, they actually complemented each other quite well. Little girl, I'm in love. Seeing that Tang Su didn't respond, Lin Yichen repeated what he just said. Back in school, Tang Su had read plenty of boys' love comics, but encountering it in real life still made her feel somewhat uneasy. Yet Lin Yichen's face was so endearing, so radiant, that she simply couldn't bear to crush his enthusiasm. After careful consideration, she spoke cautiously. That's great. You and young Master Gu make a good pair. Although many people still have prejudices against same-sex relationships, staying true to your heart is even more precious. The more she spoke, the smoother it came. Sincerely, she said to Lin Yichen, young Master Lin, congratulations to you and young Master Gu. To celebrate your happy union, shall I open another bottle for you? Hearing this, Lin Yichen was stunned. So was Guchen. Only Bo Qing, who usually seemed as cold as ice, let out a sudden chuckle. Big Gu, come on. Tell us, when did you and second Lin start dating? How come I didn't know? Get lost. Guchen snapped in embarrassment. Even if every woman on earth died, no, even if all men died too, I'd never date that idiot Lin Air. Who are you calling an idiot? Your whole family's full of idiots. Lin Yichen shot back fiercely. Pfft. With your attitude, like everyone owes you $1 billion, who in their right mind would want to date you? I'll never understand how Uncle Gu and Aunt He, who are so nice, managed to raise such an absolute freak of nature. Afraid Tang Su might misunderstand, Lin Yichen quickly turned to her and explained. Little girl, believe me, I absolutely do not like weirdos like Big Gu. Tang Su felt awkward. She had completely misread the situation. Looks like earning extra commission tonight would be harder than expected. Young Master Lin, I'm sorry. I misunderstood earlier. I apologize to you and young Master Gu. It's fine. Don't be so formal with me, little girl. Lin Yichen was always carefree and straightforward. He believed when he met a girl he liked, he could express his feelings openly and honestly. But now, facing the person he truly cared for, he felt a bit nervous, a touch shy. Even confessing his feelings wasn't something he could say smoothly. Little girl, do you work here to support your studies? Unable to confess directly, Lin Yichen blushed and switched to an indirect approach. What's your name? How old are you? Where do you live? Your family? Tang Su. Was this guy conducting a household survey or something? Guchen, who rarely spoke more than necessary, voiced Tang Su's exact thought in his usual indifferent tone. Lin Air, are you doing a census? If you like her, just say it. With your nagging style, even the best girl would run away scared. Shut up, Big Gu! Lin Yichen snapped. He often embarrassed himself, but doing so in front of the girl he liked was especially humiliating. He suddenly scooped Tang Su into his arms. Little girl, let me be honest. I like you. I fell in love at first sight. In my entire life, I've only ever wanted to hold two women, my mom and Aunt Wei. Now, I also want to hold you. Little girl, doesn't that prove how much I like you? Tang Su was utterly bewildered. So all along, young Master Lin's feelings were for her? She had never been conceited. She knew she was pretty, but this love at first sight business felt way too exaggerated. As if sensing her doubts, Lin Yichen excitedly continued. Little girl, don't think I'm being casual or superficial. I really like you. I've always felt like I've lost something important, like there was a void in my heart. But the moment I saw you, I felt like I'd found what I'd been missing. My heart finally feels complete. Little girl, will you give me a chance to court you? Lin Er, do you even know who she is? Lu Huizua's icy voice suddenly cut through the air. Tang Su's heart clenched as if an invisible hand had tightly gripped her throat. I don't know, but one thing I do know, she's the woman I, Lin Yichen, want to spend my life with. Everything else, I have plenty of time to learn. Lin Yichen flashed a bright, sunlit smile. Little girl, don't you agree? Spend your life with her? Ha! All the fury in Lu Huizua's eyes solidified into deeper, heavier disgust. To spend your life with a prostitute. You aren't ashamed of yourself? Again. Prostitute. Tang Su's lips turned bone white, drained of blood. Lu Huizua always had the power to crush her soul into the deepest abyss. He called her a prostitute before, said she was dirty, but never once had it hurt as much as now. In front of so many people, she wanted to stand tall and be respected. Yet he refused to give her even the chance to rise, thinking that Lin Yichen, whom she thought so highly of, might also look down on her, find her disgusting. Filled her heart with sorrow. She didn't love Lin Yichen, but somehow, she just didn't want him to despise her either. Lu San, that's going too far. Say that about my little girl again, and even if I can't beat you, I'll still fight you to the death. Lin Yichen gently patted Tang Su's shoulder in reassurance. Don't be sad, little girl. I believe you're not that kind of person. I have eyes. I can see you're a good girl. Tang Su's eyes stung, and tears silently rolled down her cheeks. Despised as filthy by the one she loved most. Finger severed by her closest friend, dignity trampled repeatedly by the vile demon Jing Hao. Tang Su had truly believed she was as tainted and unworthy as others claimed. Yet now, someone stood before her and called her a good girl. Hey, don't cry. Seeing Tang Su weep, Lin Yichen panicked. He frantically wiped away her tears, his voice laced with pleading. Let me sing you a song. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Tang Su burst into laughter. What an awful song, but it felt so warm. Seeing her laugh, Lin Yichen sang even louder, completely unaware of the storm brewing behind him. Bang! Every bottle on the coffee table shattered to the ground. Lin Yichen heard the noise and turned around in confusion. There stood Lu Huizua, emanating chilling frost, surrounded by a cold so intense it killed everything within reach.